My name is Barbara London, and I'm a curator, writer, and professor who lives in New York City. I've been working with media as an art form since the early 70s, and my practice has always revolved around both image and sound, and both live, pre-recorded, performance, installation, single-channel video. And I've always been a New Yorker, and my family always called me a gypsy because I wanted to be far from home. So I, as a child, was on trains, on planes, and going places. And at MoMA, I was lucky to be able to start the video program, and it was both exhibition and collection. And I've been very fortunate to have met really wonderful artists from all over the world. That means North America, the US, and Canada. I got to Japan in 1977 for the first time and met the practitioners who were very active then. I've been going to Europe, of course, to look. And I was also lucky to get into China around 1987 and met artists very active in Hangzhou. So the practice has been both the very poetic, experimental, individual voice. Of course, I look at collectives and am most interested in the voice of an individual, not a corporate voice. And I think that's what art is about, the voice. And being here in Manizales, I'm very honored to be invited, and I think Felipe and Asher Remy Toledo have been brilliant in bringing together a wonderful group of people, both from Colombia, from other parts of Latin America, and from other parts of the world. And it's through networks that we all learn and grow, and those are our sources of information. And I always felt that I needed the network outside the museum almost more than the institution itself, because when I started, there was very little information written or printed about media or sound art. So I had to go directly to artists. I had to go to every show that was happening. I had to go to every performance. And of course I was young and had more energy than I have now, although I still go to a lot. And now the way I try to get information, of course I look online and look at the internet. I go to events like at Manizales, and I'm very interested in what young people are thinking. So for that reason, I've been teaching in the art department grad students up at Yale. And through them, I'm able to see what I thought was the Holy Grail, was the most important work ever made. They look at it with different eyes, the eyes of today. So I learn a lot from them, and I say to my students, it's a two-way street. I'm going to show you work. I'm going to have you read a lot. You're going to have to do papers. You're going to have to talk in class in the seminar. But we are doing an exchange, and I think that's what networks are about. We're exchanging information, and I'm very happy to be here. Manizales is a very special place. It's not a big city, so it means that people are less hurried than they are in my city, in New York, where they almost run you over when you're walking down the sidewalk. Either a pedestrian or a bicyclist is where they shouldn't be. But here, there seems to be a courtesy and a sense of physical space. And so we're lucky to be here with installations very carefully selected by Asher and a couple of others. And we've got the voices of artists like Jakob, who's working with VR, Janet Biggs, who goes to very distant parts of the world. We've got Barredo, who has done a beautiful sound piece revolving around meteorites, and I guess he's from Medellin, right? and he's done a lot with sound. So I look forward to now having more conversations with the artists here, and over the teas, the coffees, the breakfasts in the hotel. We're exchanging a lot of information. So I think I am making new friends, new colleagues, seeing new work. And in the shows that I do, or in the writing that I do, I just wrote a book that Hyphen will publish next year. So the last chapter, I've left it a little open-ended so I can scoop up more up-to-date information. So that book will be for collectors, trying to help them feel less phobic about technology. It's for artists so that they understand the history. It's for other professors so that they can work with the book or the chapters and look back at the decades. So it's a great opportunity to be here.
Thank you very much.
Okay.